Front desk, can you hear me? No, this is not working. Front desk, can you hear me? Small class today.
Well, there's a whole festival down 4th Street. It's like,
Oh, really? I saw it on like Bainbridge that it's all the way down 4th
but it's
Street.
going all the way across too. Like when I walk down, it's all, and I was thinking, oh my God, anyone who drives here is
Yeah.
searching for parking right now.
Oh my God, there's no parking. Right.
I mean,
All the way down? Like to like Christian or past? Probably. Yeah.
come the other way.
Where's your house? Oh, in Bainbridge? Got it. What am I doing? Huh? Do you ever go to Red Crest Kitchen right here?
Yes.
It's like my husband gets takeout chicken there, but we're gonna try it for brunch today. I did. Is it okay? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten when I went there, I got they make really good soups.
uh huh.
Have like some really good soups there. I don't know if they changed their menu. I don't go that
But
often.
they have a they have pancake. They have brunch menu. They have pancakes
Like
and that kind of
is their
stuff.
food good? I don't think I've eaten there a couple times and I haven't ever had.
We're looking for new brunch spots, and we went to that Baked and
Oh
Bacon.
yeah, how was that?
One and done. Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying you were going.
Yeah. I had high hopes. It was really cute when we went in, but you know,
That's surprising. Did
like
they give you a
well I got Brussels sprouts with scrambled eggs and bacon, which I thought it was. I had to look. It was really a plate of Brussels sprouts. I couldn't had to look for the scrambled eggs. You know, I thought it was going to be more
yeah, a
omelet-y.
side, right?
You
The
know,
eggs and then a side, right?
yeah. But and then my friend, it was supposed to be burnt bacon, but it was like huge. So it was really more like pork belly than bacon. So it was real fatty, that kind of grossed her out
Yeah.
because it was like big
Fatty
fatty cube.
chunks.
Yeah, instead of like crisp. Even when she gets bacon, she wants it burnt.
took me an hour and a half from the bridge. From the bridge.
No.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Were you late to class?
No, I was going home.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. What's up, y'all? A little light today, so we'll get in. I'll try to, maybe not give you the same speech I usually do. I'll try to talk about a couple other things, and hey, we'll kind of see where it goes. Is there anything anybody wants to do today? Any postures or body parts you want to mess with? Side stretches? That's okay. We can do a couple. We'll do some side stuff, some side body. We tend to be real crunched here, right? Especially like at the hip and down into that QL. Like if we have a kind of misalignment, we're rotated, or the shoulders, either they're here or they're here, right? So we just kind of collapse into this. So you want to get some of these secondary muscles to kind of kick on. So when you hit your core and you start to sit up tall, right, then you're going to start to feel like spinal erectors for the spine. You're not really you're going to feel that there's a connection here, but here's your obliques, right? They're going to go like this, so they're going to start to hold this up. Then you got your serratus anterior, which are muscles that kind of look like fingers, and they come around your ribs like this, right? We're going to use these to help support and hold the rib cage up. We're going to use our lats. Your lats are like this muscle here that kind of sticks out on the side. That's your lat. We're going to use that to pack the spine. So when we fire up those lats, now I can go too much, right? And your lat is attached to your humerus, your arm, so it will internally rotate. See how it'll pull my arms in this way? So if I go too much, I will go beyond the optimal range of motion or movement. But what I want to do is I want to breathe here. See my shoulders come up in line with the base of my neck? That's where I want them to be. Now I'm going to hold this, and I'm holding it from underneath here. I'm not here to lift my shoulders up in my upper traps. They are working, but we're trying to get underneath. So kind of like if you took, sometimes I've showed you if you take like your thumbs and you kind of put them here so that the sides of your hands are on your ribs, you're going to try to breathe your hands out away from you. That's where I want to be. This is the space I want to hold. But this shit is hard, right? To hold this space, but this is it. This is where you need to be. This is the misalignment, right? So try that today. Try to breathe. You always hear me say from hips to armpit. You don't want to go hips to shoulder because you're going to do this, right? We just want this space here. Come on, try it. So take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up tall. And take a few breaths. Breathe the sides of those ribs. Now, we always breathe like a cylinder. So front to back, top to bottom, side to side, right? All directions. As you do that, you're going to feel the shoulder girdle come up in line with the base of the neck. That was where we said we wanted the shoulders to settle. On the exhale, let your belly draw towards your spine. Every time you exhale, your belly draws in. That's why we use the exhale, right, to get a little bit of that core energy. And we're going to do that right now. Another inhale, breathe the cylinder open. On the exhale, pull the belly button to the spine. Bring the shutters to close. So the bottom of your ribs down and back towards the spine. Breathe again. Hold the space and go little by little. If you feel like this is too challenging, take your hands by your sides so your hands are on the floor and push them down. And it's going to help you sit up a little bit taller and give you a little bit of support for you to feel that. When you're ready, next inhale, let the arms lift. Let the exhale bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. Now use some of that feedback, that force feedback. So push your hands together, and you're now take an inhale. And you can use that little bit of energy to help lift you up. Think of a string from the heels of your hands to your sternum, to your breastplate, the middle of your chest. It's lifting you up. Let the head slide back that little bit. And then from listening to yourself breathe, all the way up to Ujjayi breath. Where is it that you want to settle into? Notice if you're still holding that space or if it tried to collapse on you. It might have tried to collapse. Just take another inhale, build it up. Bring that exhale to draw the belly and hold it up. And one time together to initiate our practice, together the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Softly bow our head to our heart. Our head to each other's hearts. Inhale. Lift the head, open the eyes. Release the hands. See if you're still holding the space. What wants to happen? Of course it does, right? Path of least resistance. All right, let's go child's pose. Phone what? Phone speech. Oh, and just... I've been asked to remind everybody to make sure that their phones are turned off. Okay? So if you have your phone with you, just make sure the volume's not on. Was there something else I said too? Did I say some other shit yesterday? Was there something else?
I don't think so.
So child's pose, we're already feeling that space, right? Where we want to stack our hips up on top of our knees. So if your sit bones are back toward, oh no, I'm sorry, we're in child's pose. We want our sit bones to be rooted back to our heels, right? So if you're up, just start to slide those sit bones back. Keep your knees wide to the edges of your mat so your belly can settle between your knees. Now just start to energize this a little bit. We do chill in child's pose a lot, but I like to energize this because we're going to use this in a couple of different ways. So if you look forward, just start to hug the hands in. Start to lift the forearms and the inner biceps up so you're charging up the arms and shoulders. Slide the forehead off the mat if you're still low until you feel the back of your neck lifting towards the ceiling and you feel your upper back start to connect. Think of like between your shoulder blades, but from your head to your butt. I always say like north to south instead of east to west. Now, as you keep the arms lifting up, you keep the back of the neck sliding up towards the ceiling, soften your chest down a little bit. And there's the peel. And then look forward, walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Now we're really in that side body on the left. We're engaging the right side, but we're peeling the left side. So there's a way to get into this even a little bit deeper. On an inhale, you want to breathe the left side of your ribs like towards the front of your mat. And then on the exhale, you're going to walk your hands to the right even a little bit further. And every time you breathe and you expand those ribs, you're going to open, right? You're going to make the space. And then as the hands walk, you're going to peel it open. And then inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. And then when you're ready, walk your hands towards the left. So now we're going to engage the left and we're going to peel open the right. Take that nice inhale up through the right side of the ribs, and the exhale walks over to the left just a little bit. And then you're going to do that again on the next breath. You're going to breathe up into the ribs, and you're going to walk your hands towards the left. You want to get into that lat, TP your fingers on the right hand, and you're going to feel that you get that lat to open up a little bit more. Next inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Build up that low mountain, nice and strong, nice and solid. Belly's the spine, shutters are closed. When you're ready, oscillating cat-cow. So you're going to take the hips up, back, and around, and then down, forward, and under. Up, back, and around, down, forward, and under. Let's go 5 to the right, or if you started on the left, no problem. And we'll go 5 to side 2. So now we're taking the spine through range of motion, right? You're feeling, you're getting that side body again as you come around on the one side. After your 5 on side 1, come to neutral, take a breath, and then side 2. Hips up, back and around. You can look up. And then down, forward, and under. Yep. You can look down, underneath a little bit. Yep. After your 5 both ways, we'll meet back all 4s, that low mountain. Take a breath here in that low mountain. Build it up nice and strong. Start to get that isometric engagement, right? Without movement, hugging muscle to bone. Start to fire that up, stabilizing yourself. When you're ready, step back to plank, and then back to downward dog. Now, just like we did before, hug those hands in, keep those forearms lifting up and those inner biceps lifting up. Slide the back of your neck towards the front of the room where the ceiling and the wall meet. Pull your shutters closed, pull your belly button in. Now, don't pick up your hands, but just swivel to the outside of the right foot and the inside of the left. There's that left side body. That's actually running the whole way up the side of the leg and up through the ribs. Inhale, come back to center. Yep, keep the hands down. Swivel to the outside of the left foot, inside of the right. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. Keep dragging your hands back to you to keep pulling your belly forward to make the space. After your 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees, sit back on your heels. Bring your right arm in front, plug it in, reach behind, take the left hand up and over. So in Cobra, right, what I tend to do, if this helps anybody, when I come forward here into Cobra, I actually take my shoulders up so I could get my side bodies to lengthen. Then I go this way, right? So it's almost like you're breathing like a cape or something on your back, right? And then you're taking these out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Just wiggle your toes if you're sitting in Vajrasana. And then sit back, swap side 2. And then we'll try that little trick. So the idea is I come forward, chaturanga. As I come into cobra, it's here. Shoulders back and down. That'll be a lot easier when we're holding breaths as well in cobra. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Hands down, all 4s. Take a breath. When you're ready, step back to plank and downward dog. Now, if you feel like you get your side bodies lengthened in the way that you were moving through your cobra, awesome. If you feel like that's a little trick that you want to try because it might help optimize that pose for you, great, right? It's wherever you want to play at. Let's give it a try. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 breaths. So feel that space. Yep, and then slide those shoulders back and down. And that's where you're going to get that lift. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest, push up through plank, back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. So what do you think happens to the whole side body if this heel drops this way? Look at everything happening, right? I'm peeling this whole thing apart here, which means I'm going to engage this side. So you want to get neutral right from your foot because it's just going to work right up your body. Like that shit with the foot connected to the ankle bone and the ankle bone connected to the knee bone, all that shit, that song, it's true, right? It all links up and it will all affect one another. So you want to make sure you work strong from the breath to the foundation to the engagement so the expression is going to be solid, right? It's going to be where we want to be. Now keep pushing down. Keep hugging in. Yep. Keep the left hand down. Draw the right elbow back. Take the twist. Now, don't dump that left hip. Keep that left hip lifting up. You might have to unwind a little bit to get that to happen. Now, back out of the heel, reach forward out of the front knee, reach up out of the crown of the head. Bring that left one up and soften it. You okay with the touch? It's got to go this way. Yeah. Inhale, come back to center, place the hands down, step back, downward dog. You feel that? And then it's in your spine, like real big. See, it's easy to dump into that hip. That's what we're kind of talking about over here. It's not even, it's just, that's going to be the path of least resistance, right? So of course your body's going to want to go into that space. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Let me think, I'd have to be this way. So while you're holding lunge, right, see what happens? This is the misalignment. The hip goes this way, and as I twist, see where I'm at? This twist is below my waist. So I want to bring this hip here. I want to breathe forward. We're not there yet, I'm just showing y'all. And look where my rotation is happening. In my spine, right? See, my hip didn't even move. At least I think it didn't move. It felt like it's holding pretty solid. That's where we want that to be. Come on, let's give it a try. Right hand stays down. Left elbow draws back. Now pause. Check back into the legs. Yeah. Reach the heel back and the crown of the head forward. That's how you're going to get tall. Now start to open. You should feel it between, like, in that upper back, around the shoulder blades. That's where you should feel this rotation happening. The thoracic spine is where the big movements are going to happen. One more breath. Maybe look up. Yes. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. That shit's not easy, right? That's super challenging to feel where that twist is supposed to be. What's easy is the misalignment, right? That's why it happens all the time. Path of least resistance. Feel those side bodies here as the arms are up overhead. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, right hand to that left wrist. Take that side bend. So the trick is going to be, if I was like helping Trina, I would be driving from her hip down into her leg. But then above, we're going this way. So we're going opposing forces, right? And that's how we're getting that nice lift out of here. Inhale, come back to center, swap the hands. So root down in from hip to right heel. That's below the waist. Now breathe above. There it is. Now go just a little bit. See, don't go too much because then you're going to like clog up. Go just a little bit. Inhale, breathe again. Get tall in whatever angle you're on. Yep, and then go a little deeper. And then breathe again, whatever angle you're on. Peel up and then go a little deeper. Nice, y'all. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the hand. Fold. Inhale, look forward. Now in half fold, feel the weight in the feet and in the legs. It's bearing down, right? And we're feeling like from that push down that we're able to lift back up. Keep that. Keep the side bodies long from hips to armpit. Keep the arms plugged in so they're short like T-Rex or robot. Now go ahead and fold into pose. Don't lose those arms. I've been working on that with you all the past few classes. Because it's easy to disengage your arm bone and then stress your rotator cuff. It's not a fair trade-off to get your hands to the floor to stress your rotator cuff. It would just be better to use the block, right? So feel where the space needs to be for you to stay integrated. You worked hard to integrate that shit. You don't want to just disengage it, right? Then you get nothing from it. You want to build on everything that you're doing. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Was that a chair pose request? You got it. I'm here for you, right? We're going to do it. Now, take a couple breaths here. Yeah, full breath in, complete breath out. Work through one vinyasa. It's a little more challenging in the Cobra when we just have the half a breath. But feel that you're making that space and then moving into it. Nice, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge, spin that back heel, come up warrior two. This is one I do with you all the time, right? Triangle, warrior two. Always leave you here for a couple breaths. And I say, now breathe and get tall out of the waist, because we tend to collapse into it. And how are we going to move anywhere if we don't have any space? All right, so get that space, lift it up. Bring that front knee forward so it stays stacked up on top of the ankle. Yep. Pull your belly buttons in. You're going to feel yourself starting to lift like away from the floor. Take your palm up. Slowly come back into that reverse warrior. So feel the peel. You're rooting down into that right heel. And then you're peeling up that side body. Just like we did before. On an inhale, breathe your ribs to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then exhale, curl back on them. Yes. Inhale, come back up to that warrior two. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge, spin that back heel, come up warrior two, side two. See, this wants to happen because we're stressing a couple different muscles in the hips, hip flexors and adductors. We want to come up this way first. Then we can start sweeping the heel or opening the knee out towards the wall with the window in the door. Thigh back. Yup, keep sticking his back. Keep going. Keep sticking his back. Now let the knee start to open. Yup, get nice and tall. Hold that space. Bring the palm up. Slide back into that reverse warrior. Don't collapse back into it, right? Slide was like a smooth cue, right? That means you got control. That's how we want to move. Take that big breath. Get that expansion. Curl back on it. Go ahead and peel it. Yes. Inhale, come back up to that warrior two. Take the breath. Spin the hands down to the floor. Spin that back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, big reach. Okay, so here's where we have to be. As we go back, we're going to sit into chair pose. We go butt back first. This is hip hinge. Now we bend our knees, but it happens quick. Boop. Butt's back. Your low back should feel strong when you're reaching back. Keep reaching your butt back behind you. So your heels are heavy. You can lift your toes up if you want to. That's where you need to be. Pull your belly buttons into your spine. Lift your arms up a little bit and sit back deeper. Charge those legs up. Pull those belly buttons in. Pull those shutters closed. Lift the arms. Sit back deeper. One more time. Charge it up. Lift. Awesome. Y'all sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Nice, y'all. A lot of times I stay in half fold. I don't always go super deep into a forward fold. I like that side body length and I like that hinge at the hip and I feel all that neutrality as compared to the deep fold. Yes, that's taking the pose into a different extension, but you gotta get out of your practice what you want that day. Right? If side bodies are what you're looking for today, then you just want to keep feeling that there's good space in there. Do you challenge it in different ways? Of course, but you still want to get out of the practice what your goal was, right? Your intention. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf. Take the twist. Now, you want to play that twist deeper? Yeah, you're going to take your right hand, okay, and you're going to flip it so that your palm is facing the wall with the window and the door. Then you're going to take that arm up towards the sky. Yep. Inhale, come back to center, pause. So soften down the middle, then swap side two. So you're going to take the back of your hand to the outside of your left calf or shin. Yep. Then if the elbow is bent or the arm's up to the sky, it's wherever you want to play, but you want to feel rotating through the upper back. That's why I do this a lot with you, because you feel how strong it is in your upper back. That's where the twist is. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look forward. And exhale, fold. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take that nice big reach. Maybe curl back into it a little bit. Yeah, keep those hips back. Don't let those hips come forward so we don't go into that low back. The back bends in the thoracic spine, just where the twists are. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Right leg forward, left leg back, triangle. We're going to kick up into Ardha Chandrasana. Okay? So have your block with you. If you're not sure what half moon is, it's here. So the distance that you're going to have your block in front of you is going to be how long you're going to go from your hip to your armpit, right? Because this is what we're doing. Our arm's going to be out to the side, right? So that's the distance that you're going to want in front. See, if I'm here, that's too long, right? I'm losing the power. I'm losing my heel. If I'm back here, I'm too short. I'm clogging it up, right? I'm not able to optimize the power. So find where that spot's going to be. So set it up here. Take the legs. Well, if you're not sure what your distance is, bend into that lead knee, so warrior two. Then you can straighten back up. Get nice and tall here. A big one. This is another one I ask y'all to keep lifting. I take my arms even over my shoulders sometimes. I want to get that lift. Then when you're ready, keep ripping your feet together. We've been working on keeping those hips from popping. And then hinge at the right side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block or the floor. Now, the common tendency is that right side body is going to want to crunch on you. So keep opening up from hip to armpit on that right side. So you might have to squeeze the left to get that to happen. Now pull your bellies in. Pull your shutters closed. Now start to rotate open slow. Don't go with the arm. Go with the ribs. So bring your arm forward more. Yeah. Now rotate there at the rib. One more breath. Exhale the hand to the hip. Bend your front knee. You can kick up into Ardha Chandrasana, or you're going to drag your foot forward as you come up. It's going to help you pull a little more power and to get a little more balance. Now kick the toes forward so that if you look down your leg, you can see your toes. Now we know the thighs back. Keep opening that right side body, hip to armpit. Pull the belly buttons in and pull the shutters closed. Yeah, now start to rotate. Take the top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward. Maybe even look up the arm. One more breath. Now scissor your legs together, float back like standing triangle. Bend into the lead knee. Step forward. Nice, y'all. Awesome. Let's try side two. Left leg forward, right leg back. Find where the space is going to be. I feel like every time I set up a triangle, I set it up too short. And then when I bend into my knee, see where I'm at? That's a little bit too short. I got to move back just a touch to get that to line up. Take the arms up. Get nice and tall here. Yep. When you're ready, hinge at that left side of the hip. Keep this left side body trying to open here as it tries to side crescent. Don't let it. Now, what we were talking about over here was it's easy to just take your arm back and then manipulate your ribs by taking your shoulder blade to the spine. Your rhomboids, the muscle between your shoulder blades, ain't got anything to do with a rotation, with a twist. Right? Ain't got shit to do with that. It's your obliques and your spinal erectors. So rather than taking the back of your hand to the wall, take your ribs to the wall with the window and the door, the top of your ribs. Yeah, bring the bottom of your ribs towards this brick wall. One more breath. Now exhale the hand to the hip, bend the front knee. When you're ready, half step in or kick up into that Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose. Side 2. When you kick the toes forward, it's to take the thigh back at the top of the thigh, right? You always hear thighs back. Don't lose the belly, don't lose the shutters. Start to rotate open. Yes, maybe look up, even play with the balance. Nice, y'all. Stay strong here. Hug in everything. Now scissor the legs, float back into that standing triangle. Yes, then bend into that lead knee, then step forward, let the hands meet. Anjali Mudra, let your thumbs catch your heart, take a couple breaths. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you want to keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. Just take a few breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then gently open your eyes, release your hands. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Now, as we've done a few forward folds, it might be a little more accessible that you're holding the head of the arm bone in because you've opened up that back line, so you're able to get down a little more. But feel where it is. Don't let the disengagement happen. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So just start the flow a little bit. Nice, y'all. Beautiful pace. All right, one of the things I talk about with y'all every single class, the pace. You know, yoga's got a lot of like cute one-liners, right? But like, what does that shit mean and how do we actually do that? Like, it sounds good, like move with your breath, right? Awesome. But like, what does that shit actually mean? It means like if your inhale is 2 seconds, it's gonna take you 2 seconds to move forward. If your exhale is 2 seconds, take you 2 full seconds to lower down. Like that's working with your breath. We'll meet back in downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees, sit back on your heels, take a little breath. All right, take a little break. Go back to your breath. Take a little breath. You're like, dude, you just told me to take a nice full breath. Now I'm back to little breath. You want to do child's pose, you know you're welcome to. Anything that feels good to you. All right, here we go. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, all fours. Take a breath. When you're ready, step back to plank. Back to downward dog. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Now, in this side plank, lift that left hip up a little bit, almost like we're working the side crescent in our side plank. Now take your left arm and bring it towards the front of the room so it's like overhead. Yeah, bicep towards your ear. There it is. There's that side body we're trying to peel. Now inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog, take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top or in front. Yep. Lift the right hip up a little bit. Then when you sweep that body, you're going to feel that nice peel come off that hip bone Up through the side body and the ribs, up through the arm. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, tree pose. So let's root down into our right foot. We'll lift our left leg up. We're going to open up the hip as we take the toes either low here on the leg or up high. Some of you are like starting to come from here up and you're in this middle area. Just make sure you're not pushing your heel into the side of your knee. Push like up a little bit more as you work your way up, right? Remember, knees are terrible side to side. We want to make sure we're not forcing in that negative energy. Now, the first thing you got to do is, besides take a breath, lean back so your toes can move. Yep. Don't worry about this knee. Take your right hip back, even if the knee goes forward right now. Push your hands together. We got to breathe up out of the waist. Yep. Now start to lengthen the sit bone down or sweep the heel. So we start to open the knee out towards the wall with the window and the door. Keep leaning back. Yep. Maybe the arms go up. Maybe we look up. Turn your head to the right. Yep. Come back to center. Turn your head to the left. Come back to center. Look up. Maybe close your eyes. Open your eyes. Exhale, release. Another little challenge, right? Let's try side two. Bring that leg up. Open the hip. Low or high. Well, you know one's not better than the other. Right away, lean back. You're going to want to lean forward. We all are. And then if the heel's uprooting, right, we know we're not getting any stability in the pelvis. Lean it back and feel that hit up into that butt cheek, into the dimple right there. Then push the hands together and use that force feedback to peel up out of your waist. Yep. Find the balance through the muscle energy by hugging in. Then we express out. It's still strong. Like when my arms are going, look, they're like, I'm hugging in the whole time this way. Squeeze. Real strong. All right, we got to go left first this time. So you look up a little bit, maybe just like where the ceiling and the wall meet. Then maybe look towards the left. Yep. And come back to center, slow. Then maybe towards the right. Back to center, slow. Keep the heel rooted. Maybe up overhead. Maybe close the eyes. Open the eyes. Exhale, release. Nice, y'all. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take that nice big reach. Knee curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands out to the sides. Mountain pose. Nice and tall here. Rotate, take that twist to the right. But counter twist your hips to the left. So you're keeping that left hip working back, that right hip working forward, but then you're rotating above the waist into the twist. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, get tall. Then go ahead and twist towards the left. This time you're going to bring that left hip forward. Yeah, so you're keeping that right hip back. You're bringing the right side of your chest forward. You're taking the left side of your chest back. Inhale, come back to center. Take the arms up. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. There's that pace. Beautiful, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. We're going to go with twisted monkey here on our quad stretch. So take your right foot out towards the right edge of your mat. You could even turn those toes open a little bit. It'll make it a little more accessible on the inside of the thigh. Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand. So we're in the twist. Yep. Walk your left hand forward so that your thumb is across from your big toe. That's going to make the left side body nice and long, right? So we have space that we can twist into. Now, drag your front heel back and your back knee forward. Pull your belly button in. Pull your shutters closed. Shutters extend the spine. Now that we're tall, start to open the right side of the chest towards the sky. The quad stretch is last in this. Then when you're ready, start to draw the heel towards the sit bone to intensify the quad stretch. Yeah, we worked on that, keeping ourselves from collapsing in the front of the thigh, right? These look awesome, y'all. Don't let the energy just collapse forward. Keep pulling that back knee forward and taking the top of that thigh back. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Wiggle the foot back in, place the hands, lift the back knee, downward dog. Yep, go slow here. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Slowly lower the back knee. When you're ready, bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand. Right hand, the thumb is in line with the big toe. Charge up the legs. Breathe above the waist because we don't just want to collapse into that right hip. Remember, that's one of the misalignments in a twist. Now, your right hip is a little lower than your left. They're not symmetrical in this. It's probably down a hair, but that doesn't mean it's collapsing, right? That just means the shape is asymmetrical. It still needs to be energized. Now start to open the left side of the chest, then start to draw the heel. Now breathe. Keep the right shoulder spinning back. You want to go this way. Shoulder back. It's going to try to do this. We want to go this way. Yep, one more breath. Watch the boing as you release. Come back to center, wiggle the foot back in, place the hands down, lift the back knee, downward dog. Take the feet together, walk the hands back, come to a squat. Inhale the arms up. Twist towards the brick wall. Bring your hands down to the floor. Open your knees out to the left and bend your left elbow so that your knees are up above your elbow. Look forward. Come up to your tippy toes. Bend both elbows as you come forward. Twisted crow. Yeah, you got to get that knee up above the elbow. That's where we got to make the space at. Nice, y'all. You can see they're kicking the legs out. Ekapada Kunyasana 1. You could go legs together and out. Dvipada. You could link a few different things up. And when you're ready, inhale, come back to center. Any questions on that? Make sense? Come on, try side two. So what do we do first, right? We're going to take a breath, foundation, engagement, right? But then we're going to lift up. There's the side body length. So now we can twist into it. Then the hands can come down. Start with your knee touching your arm. Now open, this is a little trick to get your knees higher. Take your knees towards the right and bend your elbow. That way your knees are now higher than your elbow. Come up to your tippy toes, you'll get them even higher.
Look forward as you come into the pose. Most of y'all know I don't really teach arm balances off of blocks, but I have seen that before where you're up on the block. You can see it's going down right there. And then you rotate through, yeah. So, you know, I always, in my mind, psychologically, higher is not going to make you feel any more chill, right? It's going to make you feel a little more challenged. But remember, that's where my mind's at. Maybe yours is focused in that space, and you could work that. It's using space to your advantage, right? But it's just playing with the whole now I'm higher thing, right? So you weigh it out. I tend to try to show you all spaces in other ways, like take the knees out instead of lifting up. So you still have a good grounding on it, right? Because I think those arm balances, it's a play, heart, mind, and body, no doubt, right? Like, remember, your body wants to do nothing. Your mind wants to do everything. And then your heart keeps it in balance, right? So you got to figure out, what do I need to bring into this shit? Where am I going to take the pose today? Where are we? Okay. Let's meet all fours, hands, and knees. And then back to plank. And then downward dog. You know, I'm trying to do a bunch of poses with you all that side body's involved in one way or another. Not just about stretching side body, right? Sometimes it's about engaging the side body, or it's about feeling where the rotation is, and all these different things, right? Remember, this is an area we're a little disconnected from, so we're giving ourselves that chance to get a little closer to it, work through one vinyasa, to bind to it, right, so to speak. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, pigeon. So, you know, I know a lot of you like to fold and pigeon. When you're lifted up, you're going to be forced into a lot of muscle energy. So, yeah, you're going to feel it and you're going to want to keep everything lifted. But when you fold, right, the common tendency is that we kind of let some of this shit go. So my little trick always with side body and upper back, you're going to hug in, right? Get that nice lift. Now when you fold, take your hands out towards the sides, off the mat most likely, and bend your elbows out to the side. Look how long those side bodies are. Look at that spine, right? I'm able to hold this space. If you can hold the space here, right? Awesome. But if you need a little more connection, this is the shit that's going to bring you to that space. That's just going to help you hold it a little more. Now, you don't have to get stuck here, right? Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to use this to get the feeling, and then I'm going to try to lower and see if I can hold the space. Great. That's you moving your practice forward. If you notice that you just collapse then down to the mat, come back up. Bring a little more muscle energy back to the pose. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Take your left knee to the left just a little bit. Yeah. Now pull that hip already came up. Pull that knee forward. Bring that left hip up a little. Yeah. Keep the knee down though. Yeah. You okay to touch? Yeah. Yeah. Change it a little bit. Back of the hip on that right side? Yeah. Yeah. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Place the hands. When you're ready, lift the hips. Reach that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Exhale, lower it down. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Pigeon. Was that a switch? Was that a little kick switch? Yeah, pigeon. All right. That's a little style. That's some style points. Push down, start to hug in. Keep those hips neutral. And then if you want to go for the fold, go for the fold. Nice, y'all. Couple more breaths here as we open up the back of that hip and down the back of the leg. We're keeping that spine nice and tall. When you're ready, inhale, come up, place the hands, lift those hips, unwind that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Exhale, lower it down. Lower your knees, come to a seated position. We had a request for boat pose. Okay, let's go. Now. About boat pose? So, lift, right? Here's where we want to work in our boat pose. This is negative energy. This is phone back, right? We're trying to do the exact opposite and lift up. So I always teach y'all from your spine, and I do a lot of work with y'all to activate those muscles, right, that are deficient all day. So now we get to play with them. Now, if your knees are bent or your legs are straight, it doesn't matter. It's wherever you want to play, okay? I've been asked to take the Ardha Navasana into a few more reps. Play where what feels good to you. Okay. You're welcome, right? So it'd be like, you're welcome. That's what we're here for, to support each other, right? Through these hard times. You already know, though, right? The shit's going to be challenging. Just be in the moment. It's supposed to be hard, right? That's what we're trying to set up, to take ourselves to that edge. Come on, let's go. Here we go. Set it up. Now, take a breath. Just bring your face to neutral, right? Or even smile a little bit, like we're enjoying it, right? We're enjoying this shit. All right, here we go. Lift. Is Trina making faces up there? Yeah. Yesterday, I was like, look how strong Trina is when I push on her, and she collapsed and shit. She did. Halfway. If you want to. If you want to stay up, stay up. Inhale, come up. What's my little thing? Never let yourself see yourself sweat. Halfway. See, on the outside, I'm like, yeah, this is fun. On the inside, I'm like, this is a shit ton of work, right? That's where it's at. Spread. Yep, halfway. Lift. Halfway. Lift. Halfway. Lift. Halfway. What number is this? 6. You're counting. Halfway. Up. Halfway. Stay with your breath. Lift. Yes, come on, 2 more. Halfway. Oh, feel that burn? Lift. Come on, 1 more. Control it. Nice, y'all. Lift. Breathe. Exhale, release. Awesome, y'all. Beautiful. Listen, y'all looked good. Remember, I just kind of, I watch what the musicians are doing and I orchestrate a little bit, right? Like, y'all looked good. Downstairs, my little thing is, if the form says go, go, right? If the form says go, we're going to go. If the form was like this, which nobody looked like this, then we're going to stop, right? Y'all were working to keep, that means we want to keep pushing the edge. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. Let's go upside down. And listen, that's what we were going for today, right? We said that right in the beginning. Let's make the most of our time here together. Let's go in a little bit different direction. And I know all of your practices, right? So it's easy to kind of move us this way. Sometimes when there's 50 of us, right, it kind of has to change a touch. I like that. That was good. Right? Now everybody's into it. They do it for you now. So, if you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your mat. Knees are bent. Reach your one leg to the sky as you interlace the hands behind the thigh. And you can take a bunch of breaths and you can swap into side two. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You can always go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, the handstands, the headstands, the tripods, anything you want to play with. Go for it on your own, and then grab us as we're going around. Trina's already walking around, so feel free to grab her with any questions, okay? So if you're going to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are going to touch the wall. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. If the knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Look at the spot between your hands when you kick up. Like pick a spot on your mat between your hands and stare at it the whole time. It'll help you kind of keep your balance as you go all the way up, instead of looking under, which then is truly upside down.
Because I keep arching, so I'm like trying to figure out a way to not.
Go ahead, I'll show you. We're going to do that once you're up. That's okay. Go for it. Bring your feet to the wall when you go up. Like touch the wall. Okay, now look to your belly button. That's how you're going to get rid of the sway. Now look back between your hands. Bring one foot off the wall. Keep the other one on there. More. Kick it to me more. More. There. Now scissor the back leg off the wall. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That was awesome. So when you look to your belly, shudders. You'll reconnect the shudders. Yep. Then you look under a little bit, but when you look back this way, you're going to get your balance back, especially when you're taking your feet off the wall. Then you look under.
Far behind, I had to kick my leg, actually.
So you were really like this, being a little dramatic. So this leg has to go all the way out here till I get thighs back. Then this one can scissor forward to it.
I've been arching like to an extent that I'm giving myself lower chronic back pain like every day. Since so
Yeah.
much pain. I don't know why I'm arching so much.
Well, because our misalignment.
I'm like, I try like, I try to stay like this.
It's belly button in.
But then I find myself
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this everywhere.
It's just belly, yeah, stay with your belly button. That'll be the top of your pelvis. And you okay with the touch? It's going to hit right here.
Okay.
So think belly button to sacrum.
Okay.
That's the top of your pelvis.
And this is like how I should be standing normally, like everything.
You're going to lean back a little bit more. Yes, right there. So when you did that, you balanced everything over your heels. You were in the balls of your feet. Yeah. It's a practice for sure. For sure. Dude, your movements look real good. Your movements look really good. You look like they're in your planks and cobras, look shoulders even. I've been peeking at you a little bit today because what we talked about the other day. Yep. I was watching like this was even instead of like or like this, right? I'm being dramatic, but like you'd be turned. You're welcome. Maybe another minute or so, right? If you're inverted out, you can always lay on your back. Whatever feels good to you. you okay? Did you get your shoulder? I just seen you go like this. And your eyes were closed, and I was like, oh, did you get your shoulder? I thought it was one of those, which is what I do. I'm like, oh. All right. So let's build on that side plank with the arm overhead. Let's get a wilding for our back bend. All right, we'll play with a little wilding today. See where we can go. So let's meet downward dog facing the middle of the room. If you want to use the wall, you all know you can walk your feet back to the wall, so you can push into the wall. If you want to do it in the middle of the room, you're going to walk your hands forward to the top of your mat, so you'll be floating, right? You know one's not better than the next. It's just where you want to play. Using the wall actually like shows you how to get a lot of power in the legs and hold all that. So don't always think of like shit like that as regressions. Don't ever think of them like that, right? Think of them as you learning something else, a progression to your movement. So here we go, downward dog facing the middle of the room. Take a couple breaths here. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Turn the bicep forward, integrate. Spread the toes on the left foot, lift the leg. Bend the knee and slowly step it behind you. Curl into the upper back. Yes. Bring the arm overhead like you're reaching the middle of the room. There it is. Now breathe. Next inhale, come back to that side plank. Then come back to plank. Then push back, downward dog. Take a breath. Roll to the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top or in front. Spread the toes on the right foot, lift the leg, slowly step it behind, because slow is controlled. Curl into the upper back, keep turning the bicep to the center of the room so you keep rooting the shoulder back. Maybe reach the arm up overhead. Soften your face, settle the pose. Yep, now here we go. Inhale, come back to that side plank. Then come back to plank. When you push back to downward dog, bend your knees real deep. Yep, bend them, bend them, bend them. Yeah, we're looking for like a neutral fold here. Neutral fold and twists are what balances out or neutralizes your back bend. Now let's go for Bridget's cross. So reach your right leg straight back. Come forward, right knee towards left elbow. Kick the leg out to the side. Lower to your right hip. Keep your back heel straight up. So if you want to, you could always move back to the wall so you could push your foot into the wall, and it'll help energize that a little bit more. Now, we want to breathe tall here. So we're breathing up out of our waist. Then, with the arms out to the side like we were before, fold. Now, we did some twists here. This is going to be, to me, this is already a nice deep twist. Some of you are going to want to TP the fingers on your right hand. You're going to take your left hand. First thing you want to do is breathe. I get tall. Then I'm going to take my palm and I'm going to start to reach underneath my arm like I'm bringing the back of my shoulder a little closer towards the floor. I keep twisting under. Yep. Power in the legs here. Stay with the belly, stay with the shutters, so we're nice and tall, and maybe twist under one more breath. Next inhale, come back to center. Place the hands down. Lift the hips. Unwind that right leg. Reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then lower it down. When you're ready, reach the left leg straight back. Come forward. Opposite elbow. Kick the leg out to the side. Lower to your left hip. Or whatever your side two is. See, then right away, I inhale, I get nice and tall. Yep. Then I walk my hands out a little bit. I keep the power in my legs as I fold in the pose a little bit. I keep breathing those side bodies long from hips to armpit. Now, if I'm happy here, This is where I'm going to stay. If I want to try to twist even deeper, I TP the fingers because that's just going to give me more space. Then I inhale and get tall. Then I start to reach that palm underneath. And you'll always twist a little easier to one side. Right? Like we look symmetrical, but our movements are not always symmetrical. One side is stability, one side is mobility, one side's going to rotate more than the other. That's kind of just the way it all works. Inhale, come back to center. Lift the hips. Unwind that left leg. Reach it back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. Lower your knees. Spin around to a seated position. Take your legs wide. Reach down, pull the sit bone out, turn the thigh in so that the kneecaps and the toes point straight up. Energize. So you want to push down and you want to hug in. Now you can go about this a couple different ways. You can inhale your arms up and you can fold down the middle. Or you can walk your hands out like this. Look what I'm doing though. I'm taking my throat back. So as I fold at my hip crease, not my belly, my chest comes first. So I'm letting my chest come forward as I'm going back with my throat, right? Opposing forces. Look where my legs fire from my feet. I'm pushing my heels down. I'm pulling them back to me a little bit. I'm hugging in just a little bit, so I'm holding all this space. Yeah. That's a deep pose. That's a beautiful pose, right? They're all beautiful. It's just where you want to move, right? What's your pose asking from you? And then inhale, come up. Bring the legs together, lay back. I can't remember the last time we did a wide-legged seated forward fold. Nice, y'all. We'll work on that. Take a couple breaths here. And then reach the legs out, reach the arms up overhead, take a nice stretch, reach. And then hug the knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. When you're ready, take the knees wide, come to happy baby. You can reach one leg out or both legs out. You can rock side to side. You can move in any way that feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'll talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And here as the legs stretch out, let the feet gently roll open. Let the arms come along the sides. The shoulders settle back. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. The tongue softens from the roof of the mouth. The body gets heavy. The mind turns back to the breath. And the heart opens. Like all poses, there's balance. Here we let go and we release. But at the same time, we're collecting that new energy. We're getting ready to move the practice into the yoga of life. Preparing ourselves. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath washing over the body from your toes to your fingers, to the crown of your head, through your heart. Reawakening that better version of ourselves. As the fingers and the toes wiggle, the arms and the legs stretch or reach, moving in a way that feels good to us. Taking our time, moving slowly. You're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Push your hands down as you come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. And one more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. As we softly bow our head to our hearts, bless you. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I vow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. Super fun as always. Thank you, Trina. Home crew.
I was trying not to sneeze during the Om.
That's all right. Oh, during the Om? Yeah.
I was like, I was telling Tracy, I slipped down the stairs Memorial Day weekend.
Did you?
And I'm fine, except for apparently boat posts.
Except for Bobo's?
Apparently my elbow still isn't healed.
Yeah.
So I'm fine, except for boat posts. I was like leaning back and I'm like, oh, that still hurts.
That might take a couple weeks.